Hello, hello, hello. I'm about to do a live video that is very different for me. Um, but I'm gonna wait until I get some people on. Hey, Pastor Jay, you're gonna enjoy this live. Chevy the barber, hello, hello, hello. This is gonna be a little bit different than what stuff I normally do on live. I normally do lives about music or like a business or something. Hi Meg. Okay, so I'm gonna just go ahead and start because I got 3 people and that's fine. Everybody else just have to catch up. Okay, so some of you may have seen like I've been posting crazy on Facebook, and not crazy in a bad way, but just like in abundance. Um, Bible scriptures and Sarah Jakes. Yeah, you see Sarah Jakes. A lot of Sarah Jakes quotes. I've really been in my word and in a whole element of like personal development has been like my thing during this quarantine time. So I don't know if you guys know, but I've been trying to read this book for forever. Okay, forever. And there is a reason I'm holding it in my hand right now. But I've been trying to read this book since last summer. I got it as a gift for my birthday. It was on my Amazon list, and I just could never get past the first chapter. I couldn't get past it. I don't know if it was my mindset then. I don't know if it was because of my transition. I'm not sure what was going on in my brain or my body or what was happening, but I could not get through this book. I finally finished the book. Okay, I finally finished it. Don't settle for safe. This is, oh my God, I don't want to cry out loud. So I'm not going to. But what I will say is that I pushed myself, and I have an accountability group. My friends Jasmine and Brianna, and they pushed me to my limit to finish this book. We all were trying to read it at the same time and didn't quite pan out the way we wanted to because of schedules, kids, all types of things. They have husbands, so yeah, it was just like everybody had their hands in different things. So we tried to do it as a group, didn't quite work. We tried it with the Erica Campbell book. I'm still working on that one, but I had to realize that there are certain things in certain seasons that you need, and in this season, I needed that book. Let me tell you, the principles I got from that book. If you're a woman, you definitely want the book. Men, you can read it too, but it's kind of geared towards women in a sense because she's a woman, so she kind of knows, our inner workings and things like that. Um, but one thing I will say is that I learned about myself, and I'm not going to speak for anybody else, but I'll say things I learned about myself is one, that I can no longer give my energy and my love and my time to things that aren't serving me. So if it's not for me, I cannot continue to try to give it charge. I can't continue to use an Android charger for an iPhone, if that makes sense. That was not in the book. I just came up with that on my own. But yeah, so I have to definitely put the same time into myself that I put into other things and other people that aren't giving me anything back. So I'm gonna show you the book because I got people like coming on here. So Don't Settle for Safe by Sarah Jakes Roberts is a book that I've been trying to read forever, like I said previously. And when I tell you, I learned so many things in this time of being quarantined. I'm still going to work. Y'all know I'm still going to work. But I am, from the time my eyes are awake, I am listening to sermons, whether they're people right here in Tulsa. I know today, before I actually got into the book and read the last 2 chapters, I was listening to Paul Daugherty sermon from this past Sunday that was sent to me. And he had like a mixture of him and TD Jakes and Stephen. I can't pronounce his last name, but it starts with an F. I think it's Furtisk, I think. And so I was kind of, just listening to that and the power of pain, and what y'all, I'll share it on Facebook. It is really good. But my whole point and purpose of this live is to say, if you have something calling you for a good purpose, please push yourself. This is the best I felt, and I can count. I can figure it out. And I've been going through a lot, and I don't publicize my business and do all of that. But what I will say is that I have been tried in some different levels of my life. And so, one thing I can say is, if you're being pushed in um, in a way, whether it's spirituality or if it's being pushed in your job or whatever, figure out the energy that's pushing you, and if it's something that can serve you better, go for it. Please, please, please. It will be a disservice to you and to whatever it is that you're working towards to not work on yourself. If and working on yourself is not always getting a counselor or therapy or whatever. Sometimes working on yourself is just getting a tablet out and saying, these are my insecurities, these are my strengths, these are my weaknesses, these are the things that trigger me, and then finding out where they came from. I know for me, I have a ton of stuff that I can say, this and this and this and this happened to me. And I literally, from my last birthday to now, have gone down a list and said, this is why I feel this way from a point in childhood, or this is why I feel this way from a point when I turned 18, or this is why I feel this way when I dated this type of person, and why did I date this type of person, and why did I pursue this type of career in the past that didn't serve me, and why did I go for these type of promotions and have these type of friends and things like that. Why didn't I try to do personal development before I turned 30? Like, all those things come up, but you have to know. And this isn't something that somebody briefed me on. This is something that I learned on my own. When you go on a journey to have personal development and really learn yourself, there are things that will come up, which is probably why it was hard for me to read this book. There are things that will, my light went out, come up, and you will feel a certain kind of way and not be able to deal with certain things because you're not ready to deal with them. And that's nothing wrong with you. I'm over here having all types of technical difficulties because I'm trying to do the most. But my point was, you don't, that doesn't mean anything's wrong with you. It just means that you haven't faced some stuff that you trying to, figure out. And that might not be something that you're ready to handle. And if you're not ready to deal with it, that's okay. That is okay. Now we're back in the game. All right. That's okay if you're not ready to deal with it. But at some point you have to, because if it's triggering you in such a way that you are getting so upset or so angry, and then you can't have healthy relationships or healthy friendships, it's going over into your parenting or going over into your workplace, things like that. That's a problem. So I'm just charging everyone on this live to make sure that, one, you work on yourself before you try to be, this know-all, be-all in this relationship, or to your friends to try to get them advice. Know yourself first, because it will definitely help you. And don't think that any of your transgressions or the things that may have happened to you in the past or any of that, don't feel like you can't help somebody get through some stuff, because you went through something in order to minister to somebody else, to help them get out of whatever it is you went through. If it was a bad relationship, if it was, not feeling good enough, if it was, shoot, I'm trapped in this job and I don't want to be here, anything, anything that you go through is always set up for you to get on the other side of that door to meet that person that was where you were at some point. So I just want to leave you guys with that. I don't want to preach because that's not who I am. I'm gonna leave that to Pastor Jay. I'm not a pastor, but I did feel that in my spirit, and I felt like if I didn't say it right now, especially like I literally just closed the book, sent my accountability partners my text message and said I finally finished the book. And then I said I'm doing a live video, and I rushed out of my room into this room to do this video. So I hope that somebody got something from it. Positive, of course. I hope that if you share the live, that you know it's all in good spirits, and that yeah, I hope that somebody got something from it, because I'm telling you, this journey I'm on in this season, I'm aware, and it as much as it pains me, I'm aware that I am going to lose a lot of people in this season. Not that it's gonna be sour. I don't think it's gonna be sour on any side. I don't know who those people are. I'm just speaking it to myself, and you guys can mark my words. If you don't see me hanging out with certain people, it's not because anybody did anything to each other. Nobody said anything negative. We just had to part. And it's because there are certain things that are in me, or that have been in me, that people can play on. And I can't allow that to happen. I can't allow myself to serve things and people that do not serve me for the betterment of my life. So, all right, y'all. I love you, and I mean it. And if you're in the Tulsa area, please make sure that you're listening to me tomorrow. Okay, champs? 9 to 2. All right. Bye, y'all.